tell me about how China has, or Chinese inward investment to the US has changed, because I was working for a Hong Kong-based fund not that long ago, and there was a lot of Chinese capital coming in to the US. So just explain how that has changed, and the kind of waves that you see in terms of where money's coming from over time.
Sure. I mean, mainland China, there's like zero money coming to the U.S. So that I've seen, but you mentioned Hong Kong, which I always sort of put them, they're separate in my mind. But Hong Kong, actually, there's still activity from some of the Hong Kong investors in the U.S. because they're not part of mainland China, so to speak. But China itself is like zero.
When did that stop, Michael? When did that stop? Because they've been a huge investor here in the States.
China?
Yeah.
When they probably stopped 2 years ago. Whenever they started slowing down 2 years ago, but last year I'm not even sure if there was a deal done with Chinese, equity invested in the U.S. and a lot of the assets that the Chinese investors owned in the U.S. they pretty much have been forced to sell the assets from the government. They had to diverse out of the U.S. real estate, and they've had to sell, and a lot of times they had to sell their losses, unfortunately, because they just had to get out of U.S. real estate.
And that's because of Chinese legislation, right? Or Chinese regulation.
Correct. For the most part, correct. I mean, it's unfortunate. A lot of them pay very big numbers, especially in New York City office buildings, and they had to, sell at big losses. We're talking about, hundreds of millions of dollars of losses here, just because they had to get out. So they're done right now in U.S. real estate. China.
Say that again. They're done. Is that what you said?
They're done. They're done investing right now. Unless things change, but right now there's no new inflows from China.